Hey guys, how are you? I hope you guys are all good. Yeah, I've just been away for a while on a holiday. I'm still away right now, but I just had to make a video. I wanted to make a video on the Wimbledon final and how Djokovic won it, and also talk about now Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic all have 20 Grand Slams. Like, what is the reality of the GOAT debate now that that's happened? So, two things: what happened in the match, and where are we with the GOAT debate? I'll probably make a video tomorrow about the Olympic semi-finals and final. But yeah, let's get into this. So I'm only going to, since it's a while ago, talk very briefly about the Wimbledon final, but then mostly I'm going to be talking about the GOAT debate and where we are now, right? So, in this Wimbledon final, like what we saw, what we saw in this Wimbledon final was really like Djokovic is a better rallier than Matteo Berrettini, right? So what he had to do is to say, Berrettini, you've got a better serve than me. You want to shorten the point. So if I can just get as many returns in play and force you to have to rally to beat me, then I'm going to win because over 5 sets, Berrettini won't out rally Djokovic, right? So that's what he had to do. But fortunately, Djokovic has good rallying plus a great return. So he had a good enough return of serve to get enough returns in play to force Berrettini into rallies, right? Then he's in rallies with Berrettini and now forcing Berrettini to have to win a decent amount of rallies to hold serve every time. And over the long term, he's not going to be able to do that. So that's what he basically did. He used the fact that he's got a good return to get enough in play to force Berrettini into enough rallies, and then use his great rallying ability to know once he does that, he'll out rally Berrettini. Also, the fact that Berrettini's impatient, he wants to end the point and take risks and go for it. So Berrettini's the type, if he hammers the ball really hard and you get the ball back and make him hit one more shot, he's liable to be impatient and go for too much, right? So Djokovic was able to do that when Berrettini hit good shots. So they're getting back the serve, forcing him into rallies, then knowing he can beat the rallies. Then when Berrettini hits a powerful shot in the rally, to get it back and then frustrate Berrettini into going for too much. So between the out rallying him, the return of serve forcing him into the rallies, then out rallying him, and then when Berrettini hits a good shot in the rally, the defense, and forcing Berrettini to go for too much. The other thing Djokovic did in this match was move Berrettini around, not with power to end the point, but just a bit to the left and right, put him off balance in the rallies. Berrettini's got very poor movement, so he was able to expose that too. From Berrettini's side, what he needed to do is have a like 70 to 80% first serve percentage, a whole lot of aces when Djokovic couldn't use his return to get into rallies because he couldn't even get rackets on the ball. But he had a lower first serve percentage, which allowed Djokovic to get these returns back and force Berrettini to have to beat him in rallies to hold serve, which he couldn't do. And then the defense making Berrettini hit one shot too much and going for too much and moving Berrettini around in the rallies. The other thing that Berrettini was a bit more patient than normal, but his best time of success when he didn't actually say, I need to end the point and just hammer a winner and end it, right? Because sometimes that did come off and sometimes it was errors. Or I'm just going to be patient and be in a long rally with Djokovic. Well, Djokovic is going to move him around and outmaneuver him, right? Um, so those were the issues there in this Wimbledon final match. But I found Berrettini the best when he wasn't actually saying, I'm afraid of missing, so I'll be patient and just be in a long rally. That didn't work out. Or when he went for too much, it was too much hit and miss, winners and errors and more errors, going for too close to the line to get around Djokovic's defense. But when he said, "I want to attack, take control of the point, but end it in 2 or 3 shots." So hammer it, but hammer it, uh, inside the court, and then finish it the next shot or the 3rd shot, right? But most of the time he didn't do that. He either was too safe and let Djokovic be in a rally and move him around, or too attacking where he was just going for the hitting as hard as he can, having to land on the absolute point of the line. And then that can't be sustained over 5 sets. But when he found a medium between these 2 and said, "I want to attack, I want control of the point, but it doesn't have to be my absolute hardest, doesn't have to be on the line, it can be inside the line, I'll finish it off the 2nd or 3rd shot, and every time get a shorter and shorter ball and win it over 2 or 3 attacking, um, balls where you're in control of it." When Berrettini did that, especially the end of the 1st set, he was dominant. But most of the time was him going for too much, making errors, and now since he missed, having to be more safe and let Djokovic in a rally which he controls, they're not wanting Djokovic to control the rally. Um, so then going for too much and going back to the errors, which both didn't work. But the thing that did work when he says, "I'm going to be aggressive, I'm going to take some level of risk, but I'm not taking huge risks where I'm going as hard as I can on the line. I don't need it to be a winner the first shot. The first shot, I'm going to hit it hard inside the lines, towards the lines with power, maybe not my most. Then I'm going to get a shorter ball, which it's less risk. I can go for more, and then get off the 3rd one." When he did that, that's when he looked at his best. But unfortunately, most of the time, it was either a safe 50-50 rally or going for trying to end it when the shot's not there on the first point. Yeah, but basically it was Djokovic, and then the other thing he needed to do, Berrettini, sorry, besides that, was to serve 70 to 80% first serve, lights out, a whole bunch of aces where Djokovic couldn't use his return, and just to get 3 points on his serve. So then when Djokovic was getting it back, they'll just be short balls. He can just hammer it and end it. So he's either ending it with a serve or ending it with an easy, risk-free second shot. And then all the conversation of this match is on Djokovic's serve, when he can just have a few swings, and if he connects, he breaks. And if he can get in a rally, again, do that thing where you're attacking, controlling the point. You're not going for the lines. You don't have to end it right away, but you're taking control and ending it over 2 or 3 shots, as I said, right? But then when that doesn't work and Djokovic wins the rallies, you just hold serve on your serve at ease by aces or unreturned serves, or serves that just set up a short ball and you hit a risk-free winner off a high percentage shot of a short ball, like a 1-2 punch, right? And then just say, "I'm holding all the time, I'm not under pressure, and I'm going to attack and I'm going to go for winners, but I'm going to go for it not necessarily always on the line, but hitting it hard inside the line and then building a point and then ending it over 2 or 3 shots." And whenever that comes off, that attacking game, I get the break. But Djokovic is always under the pressure. What if I perform on one return game? I've broken you every time, right? And all the pressure's on Djokovic to constantly survive that. Whereas on your game, you're just winning it easy with the serve and the 1-2 punch. And then the other guy, you're just going for it, but going for it with calculated risk over the 2 or 3 shots. That's what would have won him the game. The aggression with patience and huge serving. But when you don't have a great serving game, then now Djokovic can force you into rallies to hold, and then you're in trouble. You want it where you win with the serve, the 1-2 punch. All the rallies are on Djokovic's game, service game, and then when you get that attacking game right, one game you got him under pressure and you break him. So that's what the serving would make all the rallies on Djokovic's game, and when your attacking game comes off, you break. Unfortunately, this match didn't happen that way. He didn't serve good enough, and then Djokovic got him under too many rallies. Too hard to win all these rallies on serve. Djokovic used his return to get him in the rallies, beat him in the rallies, moved him around, and then Djokovic's defense made him to go for too much. And Djokovic loves these big serving guys where he can just get their return back, force them into rallies that they're not used to facing, and then he knows these big guys can't beat him in the rally. And then the defense, they'll get impatient going for too much. He'll move them around, their lack of movement. Djokovic's style does perfect against a guy like Berrettini, and he did all these things: the better rallying, the return of serve, the moving around, and that's what won the game. But the first set, Berrettini attacking, but attacking in a patient way, willing to end the point in 2 or 3 attacking shots. That's what won him the first set. But the rest of the match, it was Djokovic's return, rallying, moving Berrettini around, defense and consistency that won it. So now Djokovic is your 2021 Wimbledon champion. Let's get on to the GOAT debate now, right? So Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic all have 20 Grand Slams, right? So where are we, right? So we're all tied up in Grand Slams. I believe Djokovic and Nadal on the second most important category, Masters of Thousands, have the same. It's either 34 or 36. I think 36. Federer is 7 behind, right? So if you say the Grand Slams is the most important, which I say, well, you've got nothing. You've got 3 guys at 20 right now. 3 guys at 20 slams right now, right? So then if you say, well, let's look at the Masters of 1000 to be a tiebreaker, well, then that gets rid of Federer, who's got less, but then you're tied with Nadal and Djokovic. So Nadal and Djokovic are so even that they've won the exact same amount in both the top category of tournaments, Grand Slams, the second tournament category of tournaments, Masters of 1000, right? So what do? Grand Slams, it's a three-way tie. Then you use the tiebreaker to try to break that, and then still a two-way tie. And then the guys on that two-way tie, Nadal or Djokovic, are younger than Federer, 5 to 6 years younger, and have the equal opportunity to win more. So number one, they're ahead in the Masters of 1000, and number two, the opportunity to win more. It's very unlikely for Federer at 40, but it is likely for Djokovic and Nadal to win more, right? So it's a three-way tie, but I think Djokovic and Nadal are ahead in Masters of 1000. Djokovic and Nadal are likely to win more slams than Federer. It's impossible to keep up. So I just think it's a equal two-horse race for the future between Nadal and Djokovic, and it's like starting a whole new contest here. We're starting from zero from this moment, and whoever's going to be the better between Nadal and Djokovic, first in Grand Slams, second in Masters of Thousands, is going to win. He's going to be the GOAT. But it's like everything that Nadal and Djokovic has done, and Federer also, is all wiped off the table now. It's a new mat, it's a new game. Every Grand Slam, every Masters of 1000, every tournament, and whoever wins the most from now until their end of their career will be the GOAT. So you can say, well, Djokovic is favourite to be GOAT because he's won the last 3 Grand Slams. But like 2015, 16, he won 4 in a row. Then he didn't win any for a long time, for a couple of years. Nadal had great years, 2013, not in 2014. Had a couple of years where he didn't win them, and then 2017 where he did. So a lot of them have their best years followed by their worst years, and then their worst years followed by their best years, right? So we don't know anything, but we do know this: Nadal and Djokovic are tied right now, and so we can start the whole thing from the beginning, wipe away everything they've done, and say all the statistics are starting from zero. Whoever wins the most from this moment on is going to be the GOAT. And it's like that. There's no advantages. There's no disadvantages. It's like a best of 5 set match. When you get 2 sets all, everything's wiped away. It doesn't matter. You're starting again. Whoever plays the best in this set wins it. That's the same as this GOAT debate. It doesn't matter when you've won the 20 Grand Slams, in what order, they've all got 20. So it just comes down to one fact. We're starting from zero. The statistics are wiped away, and whoever's the best from today till their end of the career is the GOAT. Every Grand Slam is huge, every Masters of 1000. Doesn't matter that Djokovic has won the last 3. Doesn't matter when Federer and Nadal. But the problem is, in this whole thing, we're all equal. We're starting again. Federer's 5 to 6 years older, so that's a huge disadvantage to say, "I've got no advantage. We're all starting from 0. It's who's best from now will be the GOAT, and I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to be the best from now till my end of the career and get the most achievements in that period in the 40 plus years." From Federer, not really going to happen, but it's 11 months difference between Nadal and Djokovic. They're starting again. And in this sort of 35 to 40-year-old period, everything's starting again. It's who's going to be best in that period, with them starting completely equal. And whoever is the best will be the GOAT. But we're all starting from 0. We're all on a level playing field, and it's all who's best from now. But it's very hard for Federer to be the best from now due to being 40. But Nadal and Djokovic is just 11 months. It could be anyone. Right now, Djokovic has been the best. Last year, Nadal destroyed Djokovic, but we're just starting a new game from 0, all statistics starting again, and whoever's the best from this day forward will be the GOAT. That's my take, and it'd be very hard for Federer at 40 plus starting again to say, I'm like starting my career at new from 40 plus, and from that point, I'm going to be better than Djokovic and Nadal. Can't see it, but Nadal and Djokovic, it's a 50-50 thing. There are swings in momentum. Djokovic is playing better now, but it could be anyone. But I'm saying we're starting from the beginning. And as far as this US Open, Djokovic is going to be exhausted from the whole clay season, French Open, Wimbledon 2 weeks later, then 2 weeks after that, Olympics, then Cincinnati a few weeks later, then a week after that, US Open. Nadal taking 2 months off after the French Open and playing 2 to 3 tournaments on the hard courts before the US Open. He'll be fresh, yet match fit, yet ready to peak in that US Open. So that's a huge thing too. So then just thinking because Djokovic won the last 3, he's gonna get it. No, he's gonna be physically run down and exhausted. But Nadal's gonna be fresh, yet match fitness, and play just the right amount before the US Open on hard courts to peak and win it, but not too much, not too little. He'll be fresh from the break, but he'll be also match fitness, whereas Djokovic will be physically run down. So would you rather the ideal sort of freshness, match fitness, playing in the right place, right surface before, which Nadal will have, or the confidence of Djokovic winning all the slams this year? Both could really help. But really, it's a toss of a coin between Nadal and Djokovic, and it's just about we're starting again. Who's the best from now? Whoever will be the best will be GOAT. So that is my video for today. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, bye for now. And I'll make a video tomorrow about the Olympic semifinals and the Olympic final. So be back, and I'm trying to interview Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. Been talking to them a lot about making that happen, but subscribe for that. So subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Be back here for my next video, most probably tomorrow. But bye for now, guys. Thanks for being with me. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining the video.